of the late breakers, and a late risk gets it.
Got a late break, but he was not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Go on. Front by side to the last corner. Who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line. Good evening everyone and welcome back to 7th Gear Racing. We're at Hungary again and it's time for Tier 2. After last week's results, Fitzy finds himself the top of the standings, just 8 points ahead of the closing Visions. Let's see what Tier 2 has in store for us tonight. So as I said, well, just me tonight in the comments box, before I forget. So, Hungary, 35 laps, 2 DRS zones, 14 corners. Despite the tricky nature of the track, there is quite a few overtaking possibilities into turn 12, into the chicane, but there is just the 2 main ones, of course. Previous winners here, you can see on your screen. So, action zone number 1 is, of course, turn 1 after the DRS zone. Action zone number 2, when it loads, is of course turns 2 and 3. We should hopefully see plenty of action around there tonight. Before we launch into the race weekend, or the race evening I should say, here's a quick look at the standings. As I mentioned earlier, Fitzy is now top, 8 points clear of Visions, and 12 ahead of Jake. And Paloma there in the background. There's your top 8. And there's your constructors for Tier 2. Okay then. Into the action. We are currently watching Mr. Fusion Gamer. In the Alpine, he is currently the first one on a flying lap. See, Tier 1's qualifying lap last night was a 14.8, wasn't it? Let's see how close Fusion get. He's got some traffic to deal with. The Aston Martin just about getting out of his way. People have distracted Fusion. We saw the chicane last night where Ogwin overtook Jake. It was a magnificent move. You've got to be very good to get a move done there, but it is possible. Coming up is turn 12. This is the other overtaken spot that I mentioned. Oh, he's behind the AlphaTauri. Is he going to get a tow actually? He'll get a tow actually. So even though he's he's not moving out of the way, he'll get a tow here. And Fusion's on 1:16.2. So that is the benchmark. Alright, who else was on a fast lap? Was it Vision? I think Vision's just starting. Anyone else? Jake has an out lap. What about Mash? He looks like he's close to completing a lap. See how close he can get to Fusion Gamer. Bashika back on the grid tonight on 118.0. Around the corner comes Mash and a 16.7. They have Atari behind. And oh, look at that. Vaughn on 116.0. Decent result for him. The times are coming in thick and fast now. Church with a 16.3. Hamilton with a 16.7. David and Kuba back again with a 16.1. So it's looking pretty close so far. The Mercedes of Winnets does a 125, so he'll be wanting to do faster than that. So all that Visions then, he was in the fast one, wasn't he? He's looking forward to tonight. He comes from the corner and he does a 116.1 to put him. Oh, look at that. 20 thousandths of a second, and he'll be on provisional pole. But as it stands, he is currently in P2, joining Vaughn on the front row. But as I say that, Icy. Oh, and there's Fitzy. And the Williams, winner of the last two Grand Prix. Very good one. Jake with 15.9. And Zeno. Jake was told me to look out for Zeno tonight. He was very quick in time trials, so look out for Zeno tonight. He's in the Haas. He puts himself on the front over Jake. So the timetables are very much changing. And look at that. So there's literally 2 tenths between first and 7th. That is it's kind of thing you only see at a track like Austria. So Finley then, the last person will be the last person to set a lap. I say it's quite irregular for all cars to get a run in first time asking. So Jake, just the 1 second off the tier 1 pace last night. Comes Finny then round the final corner. Can he trouble the top? P10 in the middle of the pack, so not too bad. I think everyone now is on an in lap. Aros P14. Aros solitary P2 in terms of podiums this year. He'll be wanting to improve on that. Don't think anyone else is on a fast one. Possibly Deathwing. We'll stay with him, shall we? As he negotiates these tight and twisty corners. And Deathwing a bot, so I think Hamilton will be the next person to attempt a lap. That's right on board. Hamilton with 1 podium to his name this season. Finishing P3 last time out in Mexico. Right, what have I missed? Doesn't look like Hamilton has set a faster time. However, looking at the front of the grid, look at that. Visions and Fusion Gamer. Vaughan, David and Kuba all improved their times. They're all in the 15s now. 15.6 Vision, that's a very good time. Only 8 temps off what would have been pole last night in Tier 1. Anyone else on the fast lap? Looks like Vaughan is he going for it again? Looks like it. David and Kuba, is he on it? No, he's not the fast one. Jake's not the fast one. I think he may have already invalidated or set a lap, but he didn't improve. Yeah, he's got a low battery. He's already done. Dolphil and Zeno, look at that, 15.5. The times really are starting to tumble. I mean, that's an improvement by, what, 4 temps from Zeno? Very good lap indeed. RLC is aborting. Winnets also aborting. Churchy, we're getting very out of shape there. You got Finley and look at that Fitzy all the way down in P9 now. Was front row at one point. And I think he's got some hot tyres because he was squirming all over the place there, wasn't he? Right, who was on a lap? Was it Deathwing? No, I think it's Winnets, isn't it? So, no, it's not Winnets because he's 3.5 seconds off. Churchy, he is 3 temps down as well. Don't think he'll be finishing this lap. Nope, he comes in. What about the Williams in? Finley, nope, he's coming in. Fitz, look at that, Fitz, he's only improving by less than a tenth. He's got to be faster than that if he wants to claim his 3rd win in a row. Here he comes then, right in the final corner. And he goes P3. So a decent improvement from Fitz in the final couple of corners. Puts himself in P3. So, got a few people on outlaps now. A few people looking to go on their kind of 3rd and final run here. Outlap. Mash, where is he? He's there. He's invalidated, but he's on his outlap, so he's okay. Icy is on his outlap, so I guess we will stay with Mash in the McLaren. See what kind of lap time he can do. Currently 1.2 seconds off the pole time. Still 4 minutes to go here. I'm surprised we've got a lot of drivers on track going for a 3rd run already. Right. Right on board with Mr. Mash, shall we? Red Bull sees him nice and early and gets out of the way. First sector, he is, looking at almost 3 temps. I was very tempted to go wide there, but he just about stays within the white lines. Coming up to the chicane. Early gear change. Down to 4th gear there. Into 5th, well, that slowed him down a little bit. What will he do around here? Stays in 6th gear. And now finds himself 7 temps up. Looking to be a very good lap here from Mash. Hug that apex as close as you can. Hope for the best. That wall comes thick and fast, doesn't it? Right then, across the line goes Mash. And 7 temps does indeed put him up into P10. And that is possibly him done. Right then, where is someone like Mash? And Zeno is just starting a lap, I believe he is. So let's ride on board with Visions. Icy goes P3 with a 15.6. He can't dislodge the front lows. Fitz went P4 of his lap. Oh, and Fusion! Oh, and that hasn't ended well for Fusion. He'll be P5 maximum. Vaughan is just starting, so right, come on then. Visions is ever so slightly improving. Well, I say that, and now he's gone almost 3 temps up. Jesus, what a lap this could be from Visions. Is he going to bottle it, though? You know, he is very good at it. It's his favourite thing to do. He frowns the final corner. It's looking decent. He gets a bit of a slipstream, and he does a 1:15.3. What a lap from Visions. Puts him on provisional pole. Anyone else out there? Is that someone? Oh, it's David and Cooper. He won't be going anywhere. Oh, pressure's getting to all the drivers. Vaughan and David and Cooper all kind of having a little spin. Jake's up a minuscule amount of time. Finley's just starting his lap, so I think we'll go with Zeno. Does he cross the line? He does! He goes a 15.2. Wow. These guys are really on it tonight. They are literally 4 temps off pole position from last night. And Finley's in the wall as well. That's 3 drivers all bottling their last effort. But the state of Jake here, we know Jake's got the pace to be near the front. He needs to see an improvement of 7 temps though, if he's to be anywhere near that front row. He exits the final corner. Can he improve? Can he move up? He does improve, but it's only P5. And those guys won't be dislodging him. Dolphin is only slightly up. Although 5 temps down in the first sector. I think that's him done. Churchy is down. Winners is down. Aros is in the pits. Hamilton is a lot down. Lenny down in P17 at the moment. He's invalidated, so he's done. Bashka is up 6 temps actually. So we'll see what he can do. I think he's probably the last driver that will set a lap here. Having said that, this is a 10th down now. We'll see if he continues. Oh, he's going slow now. Nope, so that's him done. So that, ladies and gentlemen, will be your grid for the Tier 2 grid at Hungary. Right then, here is your grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Zeno finds himself on pole position with a fantastic lap of 1:15.2. Visions will join him on the front row for 15.3. And then we've got Fitz and Icy on row 2. Jake is P5. Fusion joins him on the 3rd row with Vaughan and David and Cooper P7 and P8. Finley and Dolphin round out the top 10. So, and then of course after that we have Mash, Churchy, Winnets, Aros, Hamilton, Spolton, Lenny, Bashka, and last but not least, Deathwing. Very good lap. We'll just see what. Let's see what time Jake says we're off. Do not ready up. Let's see. Oh, it's raining. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Lovely jubbly. Looks like wet conditions still. Just trying to confirm what time we're going so I can scoot upstairs and do something. Come on, Jake. What time are you going? 57. Right, I shall be back in about 2 minutes. It's 57, which means we are close to lights out. Again, there's no warning this year of when the game's going to ready up. Here we go then. Looks like we've got an intermediate start again, just as we did last night. And it's away we go. Looks like Zeno's got a good start, as has Vision and Fitz, although Fitz has jump Vision off the line in order to turn one. Oh, they're going to play nicely. Oh, the Haas and the Ferrari getting a bit tangled there. He's been given a penalty for corner cutting, but not too bad, apart from Churchy facing the wrong way. Icy's something's happened to Icy. He's down in 19th. That's not good, which means the game's crapped itself again. Right, back at the front, we've got another car spinning. Is that Vaughan? It is. Oh dear, that's not a good start, is it? No, we've got a VSC though. Something we didn't see last night. But yeah, on the carnage, Jake is the only driver. Well, obviously Zeno's off pole. Jake finds himself in P5, the only other driver not to be. And Icy has now found his way back up to P6. Thankfully, the game has worked itself out. But yeah, Deathwing a big winner there. Up to P13. Bolton up to 4 places as well. Bashir up 7. And Zeno's got a 1.3 lead already because of the VSC. And we got a green flag as away we go again. And I think Zeno has caught Fitz napping there. And he's got a lead of 1.5 already. Not that there's any DRS yet, but it's a decent lead for Zeno already. They're all kind of single file at the moment. Although the Alpine and the Aston Martin seem to be defying that, but no, we're all much safer. So there we go. Winnets, Vaughan, Hamilton, Churchy all into the pits after lap 1. Right, Zeno finds himself in the lead still. The gap is coming down though, so it looks like Fizzy's got some pace here, which is what we want to see. We don't want to see any runaways. We want to see people go in. And Fusion finds himself in P4 now. But he is 1.5 seconds off the top 3. Jake will be looking to get past Fusion if he can. It does look very wet, but the lack of puddles means that it is intermediate weathers. According to the weather radar, there is going to be dry at the end. Everyone else. So no, everyone's pack seems to be spaced out already, which is a bit of a surprise if I'm being honest. But I suppose in this weather you don't really want to be nose to tail. There's that Lily going wide. And yeah, there you go. Confirmation that Fitz really is having a good time. Look at that. He is sets the fastest lap. And he is shortly going to be all over the back of Zeno. You have to wonder what time these guys will decide to make a pit. Because the tyres, I mean, depending on how quick it does dry. We saw last night the track can dry very quickly on this year's game. Fusion just about hanging on still. Jake is hounding him, hoping for Fusion to make a mistake. You have to wonder in conditions like this, if it does dry out, you have to wonder what kind of setup these guys have opted for. Because a wet setup will be very slow in the dry and vice versa. The guys at the back, Hamilton is still there, and Churchy is really not having a good time, is he? He's not agreeing with the rain. Right, let's have a look at Fitzy then. Will he have a look? Look at that. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. It's Churchy. Is he in the wall? He's retired on track. Lovely. But this time, oh no, Zeno's at the fastest lap, but Visions has taken it off him. And Fusion has slipped a little bit further back. I think you can see Jake. He's not getting too close, but I think you can probably tell Jake probably could go a little bit faster. He'll want to get on that podium. Despite Jake's good pace, he does only have the one podium to his name so far. Second place. You can see how gentle they are with the throttle. Visions has caught right back up then. He's found his confidence in the car. Took us time to get used to it. But here he is now on the back of Fitz. Both these guys will be looking to overthrow Zeno. You know, Zeno is very fast. The only question mark over Zeno is can he keep it in the white lines? He is very fast when he can. Here comes oh, there you go. And Jake's got past Fusion. Now, this is where we see the kind of the true pace of what Jake can do. He's almost 3 seconds off now. But he is now in that top 4. Fitz able to hold off Visions this time. Visions almost all over the place. You can see how much so it looks like Zeno and Fitz are kind of evenly paced here. Let's have a quick look at their fastest lap. So yeah, you can see Zeno and Fitz currently very similar pace. Visions with the 31.2, which is kind of blowing everyone away at the moment. Everyone else pretty much similar pace through the field. So right now, Visions. Oh, has that Jake gone round? It is. Oh, Jacob. He has lost all that good work to get past Fusion. Now finds himself in P10 behind his teammate. Oh, that's a shame for Jake. That is another good result. Potentially thrown away, and is that Fusion? Oh, he's on a spin, and he comes up a lot worse than Jake did. That's the Martin of Icy. I wonder if those are coming together. And Aros going for a move on Fusion. Where is he? He's off the track. Keep it calm, boys. So. That now releases David and Kuba, who finds himself 9 seconds off the podium. So the top 3 are laughing all the way to the bank at the moment. Jake goes up to P7. Mash is kind enough to let him through. So now we see the real pace of Jake. Because, I mean, well, he tried last time and he spun. So I don't think he'll want that to be his real pace. But look at that Fitzy and Visions ever closer to the back of the Haas. You have to wonder how fast the Fitzy could go if he does get some free air. David and Kuba doesn't look like he's got the pace to match, and that's Fitzy going over the chicane, and he's lost it. He's lost that P2. He's gone straight over. So now we'll see Raw Visions attack Zeno. You know he's not afraid to make a move, Vision. Approaching lap 7 now. Is that Bashka getting past Mash as well? It is. Mash not having a good time in this weather. It does look like Jake is able to catch the back of Dolphin anyway. Visions, is he going to make a move? Probably a bit too far back, but we know he likes a bit of a dive bomb. And there we go. He has a look. Zeno leaves him lots of space. And Zeno is able to get the better traction out the corner there. Inside line, not very good when you turn that sharply. You don't get a lot of traction like that. I think Zeno is very sensible, keeping to the racing line there. Make Vision do the work. Make him go a harder way round. Fitz is keeping up though. He's alright for now. Oh, and I say that, oh dear me, that was almost the opposite of a happy ending there for Fitz. Almost in the wall, and has he got issues here? Because he's sliding all over the place. The tyres shouldn't be having any issues unless they're going through a grading phase, but we just saw the Visions very close to Zeno there, didn't we? Oh, and Visions has gone into the back of... Oh, Visions. He's wiped him out. And... oh, Visions. That will be one for the steward's room. But it does then promote Fitz back up to P1. And Zeno will be cursing, no doubt. Inside that helmet of his. Leading every race. every lap, I should say, and now finds himself down in P3. So Visions will know, or likely thinking that there may be a penalty over his head, so he's got to get a move on it. Oh, yeah, I was right. Jake did manage that. He has managed to catch up to the back of Dolphin and Finley, but it's very hard to make moves in the wet, as Visions just demonstrated. So, yeah, it looks like he's fallen off now. 5.2 off. As Bashka becomes the second driver to receive a penalty, and he's the second Ferrari driver to receive a track extension penalty as well. So I guess the fight now is between these two at the moment. Rain still coming down hard. Little wigger at the final corner. So 1:32.7 for Visions. 1:33.6 for Zeno. So Zeno, no, I think he might have been shaken by the incident because he is not on it at the moment, is he? Oh, look at Dolphin. Is he going to make a move from Finley? He thought about it, didn't he? But now he's got to be careful of Jake. A lot of these drivers seem to be struggling a lot for traction here. And look at that, Visions has fallen off as well. Look, so I think what we've seen so far in this game, this new game, is that tyres will they will go quite a long way, but they go through this kind of draining phase where they get to about 20% and they just suddenly fall off. But then they come back, and I think we're seeing that with a few drivers here. And Visions is catching back up, but we've seen, you know, David and Kuba is eating into Zeno. So Dolphin really struggling under traction. Jake not using any of his ERS just yet. So we'll run on board with Dolphin. See if he makes a move on Finley, but he was very much out of shape there. I don't think he's going to be making a move on Finley this lap. If anything, he's got to watch out from Jake. So all very tiptoed. Oh, and there we go. We've got Mercedes at a spun, and we've got our first safety car. When it's a spun, he's hit the wall, and we've got our first safety car of the evening. So then, do the front runners, do they pit? Do they put on a fresh set of intermediates now and go until it gets dry? And right now, and if they were to pit, to be fair, they would come out behind Jake. So there is a window for these guys to come in, get a fresh set of rubber on, and get out in a decent position. Now you can see all the drivers there, Deathwing, Lenny, Mash, Hamilton, all in the pits. Those guys are thinking what I'm thinking. Make sure everyone's still... Yeah, everyone's still on the inters. See, there's 8 seconds behind now. Is he taking some time off during the safety car? Maybe he's got a harsher delta than everyone else. Right. What are the leaders going to do? Are they going to come in? I would highly recommend it. What would I know? I'm a tier 9 driver. Fits the claw into the inside and doesn't. Visions. He does. I think he was playing chicken, wasn't he? He was seeing if Fitz did. And Visions has said, you know, I will do the opposite. And he does come into the pits. And fortunately, as I said, for Visions. I'm pretty sure he'll come out in P7 as well. As Jake's into the pits. He's listening. Zeno's into the pits. Question is, where does Jake come out? Because there is a gaggle of cars he wants to avoid. It'll be P10 at the lowest, I think. But no, they're all coming in behind him as well. So I think Jake will be a good beneficiary of this. Fitzy now behind the safety car on the old tyres. David and Cooper staying out as well, as does Finley. Let's have a quick look. Tyres, yeah. So Visions in P5 is on the fresh tyres. The top four of Fitz, David and Cooper, Finley and Dolphin all deciding to stay out. As does Bashka, who's now finds himself up into P6 after his eventful start. Zeno is now P7. Jake only loses one place and is currently P8. Aros didn't really need a pit because he's already on 5-lap old tyres, so he's okay for now. But I'm surprised someone like Vaughan hasn't come in. And P13 is nothing right now. Then he has come in. He's sensible. So last night we had 5 safety cars. I wonder. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not. To be fair, I think Tier 1 had 2 safety cars by now. This is only safety car number 1, so I think we're okay for now. Yeah. Right, 2 secs. I will be back in a second. Right, where are we? We are here. Oh, that was a good time, wasn't it? So, safety car is in this lap. Has anyone else pitted? No, everyone's still on the old tyres. So the good thing with Fitz here is that we saw that he had the pace over David and Kuba, so he's got hope that the guys behind him can do a number and hold Vision up. And look at that, just straight away. David and Kuba not getting the best of starts. Vision's is going to be all over these guys on his fresh tyres. We'll stay on board with him to see if he does anything. Zeno and Bashka having a battle. Zeno should come out on top. He does. Jake should come out on top as well. He does. What's up with Bashka? He's there. Ooh. So be careful. Jake giving him lots of room. And he does up into P7. So Jake has clawed his way back up to P7. And there you go. Vision's purse is past the first old tyre runner. Oh, I thought he was going to get Finley there. And Finley, is he going to play the team game here? Well, I think I don't think he's going to be trying because Vision doesn't go. Look at the inside. Oh, and he's gone way too deep. He's gone way too deep, way too quick. And, oh dear me. Oh, and he's losing more positions. Has he taken Finley out? Because Finley is off. Finley's lost positions as well. And now Vision finds himself back down in P5. Zeno has been a bit crafty there, and he's already up into P3. Jake's up in P6, and Visions is going for Dolphin again. Let's go on board with Zeno, sorry, because Zeno should get David and Kuba pretty easily here. You can see him almost pushing him around that final corner. And you have to say Zeno is in pole position here to get a great result for the Haas team. The second Haas driver, bringing the safety car out in the first place. And there you go, Zeno up the inside. We've got another yellow flag. Who is it this time? We've got a VSC. What's happened this time? What's happened? Is Def bringing Icy? What's happened there? Why is the VSC out? Did someone sneeze? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, we've got another halting proceedings. Hopefully it'll be over pretty soon. Everyone looks like they've got no damage, but you can never sometimes tell with these new things. Oh, there you go, Lenny. Lenny hasn't got a wing, and Visions. What's happened here? David and Kuba, has he had a spin? Oh no, David and Kuba spun out the hairpin. And I'll tell you what, that is great news for Visions, because not only has he got past Dolphin, he is now up into P3, and he is now free to chase down Fitz and Zeno. Surely Fitz has got a pit soon. Maybe he is going to hold out for the dry weather. He's already done 15 laps on those tyres. And look how quickly Zeno's catching him. It's going to be candy from a baby. Here we go. The Aston Martin's having a battle with Finley here. The battle of the straight line speed by the looks of it, but Finley remains P9. No, P8. He's ahead of Deathwing, and we've and Dolphin's gone. Oh, we got another safety car. There we go, the second safety car. Now this is where, I mean, it's a bit too late to pit, but I think this safety car has come at the wrong time for Fitz, because the track's nowhere near to be drying out. This is where I think the track dried out yesterday, wasn't it? And people were going to try and do 20 laps on the mediums. But then, to be fair, Benson did do 15 on the softs. But it's still raining, so no chance of dry tyres just yet. And I will be back in a bit. Sorry to leave you again, but I will be back shortly. Right, where are we? Oh, we've got people in the pits. The safety car is still out. Oh, is it dry? Is it dry? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, look at that. It's dry, ladies and gentlemen. So Jake has basically done what they did last night. And he's come in under the safety car a lap earlier than everyone else. And he finds himself now in what will be a net lead of the Grand Prix. And he can go to the end on that. Aros with another big brain move. Finds himself in P2. A net P2, I should say. We're the leaders. So, oh my days. Hang on. Oh, Visions didn't pit. He's bottled it. Oh, Visions. What about Zeno? Zeno's P8. Fitzy P9. So they're not too bad. But Visions has basically done what Ogween done last night and decided to stay out. Not too sure what his Jeff's telling him. I know it's not Jeff anymore, but it's always Jeff. So just the 4 cars remaining on these intermediate tyres. Oh, right. So Jake is, well, as I said a minute ago, he is the net leader now. The question is, can he get past these cars without incident? Because we saw last night, I think Ogween was able to hold on for about half a lap before the medium tyres just became the right tyre to be on. It just flick of a switch. So is the safety car going to come in? Yes, it is. Oh, dear me. Visions was probably hoping for another lap. But he will not get another lap. If anything, Visions is probably praying that the track is still wet enough to keep those inters, cool enough. But he's got a cushion. He's got David and Cooper, he's got Hamilton, he's got Sir Bolton behind him. So he's not going to lose the lead straight away. Unless, of course, he bends into turn 1. But I will focus the attention on Jake. How much grip does he have? It doesn't look like the dries are the right tyre on right now. So Visions will have that lap and a half maybe of being on the faster tyres as David and Cooper is coming under pressure from Hamilton. Into turn 1, and Hamilton does indeed take P2. David and Cooper's tyres are 19 laps old. Wow. And he is falling like a lead balloon here. He is now behind Bolton as well. Hang on, his tyres. Sorry, it's Hamilton I was looking at there. And Visions, and Visions gone off the track. He's now got a 3-second penalty to worry about as well. As Visions and Bolton still going at it here. Got to be careful they don't collide, and they've done very well. When we've got McLaren off Mash again, having an absolute nightmare. I'll tell you what, that's what Vision was probably hoping for, a safety car there. But no nose once again from McLaren. As Lenny and Vaughan having a ding-dong going into the chicane. Right, Jake, I see that you can see the inters are still the tyre to be on. The track is looking dry-ish. But Vision's now, when did he pull into the pits? Because he won't be able to see the gap to Jake. He'll be able to see it on the mini-map. But he does stay out. He's got to make hay while the sun shines here. As they all kind of went probably a lap or two too early by the looks of it. Vision's still setting the fastest lap. And Jake, what is Jake going to do? Look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's almost 10 seconds a lap slower. 6.6 off his own personal best. That is not what these guys would want, because right now, look, he's 14 seconds off the lead. Visions is going to have pretty much a pit stop by the time it's time to come in for the inters. As David and Cooper now finally goes back down to P4, but he won't mind this actually. Old tyres, P4. We got eagerly watch the gap to Jake to see when that gap will start tumbling down. It's staying at about 10.5 seconds at the moment, so we could very well be at the crossover period. But I think the damage is done, really. I think Vision's here when Vision pits, he'll be able to go onto the soft tyres. And from being accused of bottling it, Visions could well have pulled a masterstroke here. And the gap still goes up to Jake. Visions once again the fastest lap of the race, so 27.5. Let's see what Jake does. Eight seconds at that, but only 3.5 seconds. So the track is starting to dry. It's drying a lot slower than it did last night. Last night the track was dry so quickly. It looks like Icy is in the pits. Is he putting inters back on, or is he going for a fresh set of no inters? Well, that's definitely a bold move there, because I would say right about now, it's in that crossover period. I think Finley needs a wing. Ash got on the soft, so he could get to the end now. But, oh, hang on. Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag. Is it a Red Bull? Is it Aros? No. Where's the other Red Bull? David and Kuba, is he okay? Oh, he's not okay. He's got no nose. And the safety car's out. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, I tell you what, Visions is laughing all the way here, because he can now pit. Or he stays out. No, he pits. No, he stays out. Oh, that's a bit naughty from Visions, that. That's a little bit naughty. But there's no cars around him, so I guess we'll allow it. Now, what does he go for? That is the question. And will all these medium tyre runners now come in and put softs on? It is the softs for Visions. You can see the Ferrari team out for Hamilton. I'm guessing softs. Has Sir Bolton stayed out? He has. Interesting. No one else is coming in. Everyone else is staying out on the medium. So, yeah. Visions has pretty much got this in the bag. And there you go. New nose then for David and Kuba. Fresh set of softs go on. Unfortunately, because the pack was still pretty tight, and the nature of the safety car means that P8... Oh, he's going to be possibly P10 here. No, a few cars pitting, so he's able to come out in P9, but that'll be good. That's decent from David and Kuba. And look at that, Hamilton, because of the aid of the safety car, from having not a great race, Hamilton now finds himself on the first step of the podium here. And Visions is, well, I mean, he's got to be laughing now. He's got to be very careful. Hopefully Sir Bolton will come in. So, just the one driver left on the Interzen. Track still does look very dry. Well, it still looks wet, doesn't it? But, I have to say, it's night and day compared to last night. Last night, the slicks were fast at this point. But, right now, Inters are still the way to go. But, will Sir Bolton really pit, or will he stay out? He stays out. Interesting strategy. Maybe it rains again, who knows? Either way, we've got, what, 5 drivers on the soft tyres. So watch out for these guys coming back through the field. Not too sure what Vision's up to. Need to get those tyres nice and warm, otherwise they're not going to be feeling great in these conditions. But now you have to say, given the circumstances, you'd have to say that this really is Vision's race to lose. He's only won, he's 62 races. This is race number 63 for Visions. Only 2 wins so far. 9 podiums. This will certainly be looking for his 3rd win here. A win would take him, well, it depends where Fitz finishes, of course. Fitz there in P5. If it stays like this, well, it'll be Fitz in P4, Visions P1. Then Visions would take the lead in the championship. The gap is 8 points, don't forget. Safety car is staying out. And while the safety car stays out, let's just do a quick reminder of the standings. There you go. Fitzy top. 8 points clear. And from Jake, a big gap to Paloma. And Spalton stays out again. To be fair, the track still doesn't look completely dry, does it? It still looks a little bit wet. So maybe Spalton's hoping that history repeats itself and the track stays wet. Oh, hello. It's just almost created into the back of the safety car there. But, yeah. Safety car should be in this lap. Give us 10 laps of racing. So 3rd safety car of the evening. Just 2 more and they'll equal tier 1 last night. But of course, don't forget, Visions does have that 3-second penalty plus the incident earlier. If he does get reported, could well find himself another penalty, but that's one for the stewards room. Right now we'll just focus on what we can see on track. Safety car should be coming in now. Hey, there we go. So, what kind of pace will Bolton have? Because the track, it's looking drier and drier by the second, isn't it? But that is still a damp track. But I think we were close to the crossover period before. So, I mean, for people watching, how many corners will Bolton last in the lead? Will he make it to the end of the lap? Or will he succumb in the first couple of corners to Vision with his softs? And he's gone. You can see Visions isn't completely comfortable as Bashka's gone down off the start. Everyone looks like they're behaving. Is that Jake and Fitz at the background there? Fitzy going up for the move for the P4. Yes, there you go. Jake not giving up. But Fitz does get P4. Everyone else looks like they're behaving pretty much. Finley and Aros going side by side. Lenny still giving it his all. Down there in P16. Back at the front, and there you go. The lead has already swapped hands. And now this is where the Spalton train begins. Will Hamilton have a move? Will he have a look into the chicane? No, he thinks against it. I think he's doing the correct thing and remaining patient, waiting for kind of the best moment for it, really. Oh, look at that. You can see how much, look at that. Visions has already got 2 seconds on those soft tyres. Hamilton just needs to stay calm. I think Spalton will likely be pitting this lap. The track still does look wet though, amazingly, doesn't it? Right, as he pits. Stays out again. Not too sure what he's waiting for, but he's certainly going to get mugged going into turn 1 here. He's not even using a lot of battery, and there you go, Hamilton. He's still not ahead though, is he? Bolton's got some decent straight light speed, but this will be where traction will be king, and Hamilton is up into P3, and Fitzy now Please pass. What about Jake? No. Jake remains in P5. Only a matter of time though before he promotes himself up into P4. Well, we saw last night, didn't we? The softs were very good, and the mediums were kind of the worst tire to be on last night. So as we've got another yellow flag, it's the AlphaTauri. That's Lenny, isn't it? And this time, hang on, Jake, who got overtaken at the chicane. Ooh, that was almost a coming together. Look at that. They've lost 2 seconds already to the cars ahead. As Jake will now go around the outside. Oh, he's got to be careful for Bolton here. As Zeno's looking to be a bit optimistic, and he's got to be careful with the track rejoin. Zeno will go for the move now as well. He does. Bolton off the track. So his Inter's not doing him any favours. It was a risk worth taking, but now he's currently holding his teammate up. He probably needs to pit, doesn't he? Is he going to the pits? Oh, hello. What's happened here? He's ghosted. He stayed out again. I don't understand that one, if I'm being honest. He now finds himself pretty much in last place. But maybe he's hoping for a safety car now. But and Lenny all over the place. So, Visions then out the front. He's got a 3-second lead over ERS Hamilton. He does have that 3 seconds, as does Hamilton. Hamilton slightly faster, but it is minimal at the moment, as we've got Mash. He's in the wall. Have we got another safety car? Have we got a safety car? That's Vaughan's gone as well. 2 cars in a matter of corners, and the race goes on. No safety car. That should have been one, because there's 2 cars in the wall. But no, Codemasters likes randomising things and not being consistent. Okay, the gap is coming down, isn't it? See, last night, the softer tyre was a better one to be on, but tonight, it looks like the medium tyre seems to be the best tyre to be on. The Vision's 24/7. What guys can he do at 24? Wow! 7/10 quicker. And Vision's. Oh, and Zeno's gone on the straight. What? Do we get a safety car this time? No. No safety car. What is going on? We've had 3 people in the wall and no safety car. Okay. Well. And Bolton puts on mediums. So I think Visions has now decided he wants to put the pedal down a bit more. Well, at those softs, maybe he was giving Hamilton and Fitz a bit of false hope. Jake's got to be careful. He is in P4, but he is being hounded by the Red Bull of David and Kuba. Good to see David and Kuba back racing. And Jake hold on to his P4. As another yellow flag. That's an Alpine. Sabolta's span coming out of the pits. As Finley and Winnets exchange position as well. Down to 14 drivers then. Visions with a 22.6. There you go. He was saving a bit of energy, wasn't he? Look at that. Right. What can Jake do against the DRS? Not much by the looks of it. DRS and the softer tyre. But he's not giving up, is he? He keeps that inside line. But David and Kuba with the better traction and the DRS season take that 4th position. We've got a fight on for P10 as Bashka and Icy going for it. I remember Icy's debut like I did last season. And he made his debut, somehow won in Tier 1 in that kind of wet dry race in Brazil. Finds himself in Tier 2 this season. He's now currently looking for that final point to get to double points finish for Aston Martin. I'm sure the team principal will be very happy with a double points finish. Aros, another disappointing race. He started the season so well with that P2. And Vision's once again demonstrating that he is fast. So he just needs to keep it in the white lines now. And he's pretty much done. I think Fitzy's made a mistake somewhere because he's fallen off the back of Hamilton, hasn't he? David and Kuba has already put a second on Jake. And Jake's got to be careful here because he's got Fusion Gamer hunting him down as well. And look at that. We've got Mercedes, Ferrari, Williams, Red Bull, McLaren, Alpine, and then Williams. So the top 6, we've got 6 different constructors. That is why the teams were... Well, that's why we had 2 pots of drivers. Just so we didn't have one constructor kind of wiping up the floor like we did last year at Mercedes. Not a lot of on-track action at the moment, so let's stay with these 2, shall we? Although Fusion has got a little bit closer again. Use the DRS to get past. As Vision does a 21.5, he's getting faster. He's got to be careful he doesn't go too fast, because he might end up hitting the wall. So there's no more chance of safety car. We've only got 4 laps remaining. As Finley does a 21.4. Look at the overspeed Fusion Gamer had there. He's got a lot of straight line speed. Is he going to do it the second time of asking? Jake very good at defending here. Would he have a look at the inside Fusion? No, Jake very good defensive there. Very good. See that? Pay attention later, and that is how you position your car. When you've got a faster car behind, all you have to do is put your car in a very kind of defensive position like that, and the car behind doesn't have anywhere to go. And Jake keeps P5 for now. And as you saw, Fitz has now got that 3-second penalty. So, I was about to say David Cooper just needs a second to catch up, but he's gone round. Oh dear, and he's gone down as he lost a bit of nose as well. Get off that stupid camera angle. Is he going to have to pit? Can't see because there. Oh no, he has. He's lost his wing. What a shame for David and Cooper. He was doing so well. He was a second away from getting a podium, but now he is going to be pointless tonight. Right. Let's watch take 2 of Fusion versus Jake. Fusion's a lot further behind this lap. 3 laps to go. Okay, you can see Jake. Let's have a look. So you can see Jake has saved a lot of ERS as well. You know, Fusion's only got 20%. Jake is only using it when he needs it. And with that, Aros now finds himself in the points. David and Kuba, what a shame for him. Looking so well. He was looking so good, wasn't he? There you go. That's what happens when you take your eye off the ball. But David and Kuba could well set the fastest lap of the race. Sir Bolton did actually just set it a few moments ago. So no 26 points of Vision. But still, if it stays like this, then Visions will retake the lead of the championship by a couple of points. He's taking out 19.6 from Sir Bolton this time. Finley's getting close as well now. Just got to be careful here. Let's see, does he use much ERS coming out the final corner? Yeah, he uses a bit of a squirt, a 10% squirt on the start finish straight, enough to keep him ahead of Fusion. And now he'll just position his car. He's got the better traction out of that corner and finds himself. Oh, I tell you, got away a bit deep there, didn't he? He's 80 seconds off a podium, but apart from that spin, he's had a decent race tonight, Jake, hasn't he? I think the mediums are starting to feel it. This is where last night, where we saw the soft tyre, was actually starting to randomly be a bit faster than the softs, as Fitz gets ever closer to the back of Hamilton. He just needs half a tenth, and he's in that deer. Well, there you go. Look, 0.9, 0.8. Is this Fitz's ploy? Is he gonna? He's only got one lap remaining. I think he's left himself a bit too much to do if he wants that P2. It's always nice to get it on track, isn't it? Right, for one last time, let's see what Jake can do. How much of his battery will he use? To deploy, there you go, this time he's deploying a lot of it this time, all the way down the straight. No chance of Fusion Gamer. In fact, Fusion's got to watch out behind it because Finley was getting a bit hungry there for more points. And Jake, there you go, that's why you're safe on the ERS for the end of the race, folks. Because you might have a faster car behind you, but if he hasn't got enough ERS, then that's done. And look at that, Fizzy getting very close to the back of Hamilton here. We've got another yellow flag. It's is that David and Kuba around the final corner? It is. Can he get P2 here on the final lap? It's only kind of turn 12, which is where the last kind of overtaking opportunity is. But while we watch these two, we'll just go on back on board with Visions, who's had an up and down race, mostly ups to be fair. He didn't bottle it like someone said he did. And he rounds the final corner, and Visions will take his first win of the season. A very good result for Visions, his third race in Season 7 GR. It's Hamilton who will cross the line in P2. P3 goes to Fitz. Jake will finish P4. Fusion P5, Finley P6. Winnets will come home and take P7. I see P8. Alros gets P9 in the end. Deathwing will take the final point, with Bashka just finishing outside. And Lenny, bless him, he'll certainly take this experience and hope to do better tomorrow, won't he? And then the final two, we've got David and Kuba, who was so unlucky. He was doing so well for so long, but it wasn't to be tonight, was it? And last but not least, Subaltern, who well, he gambled, and it didn't quite pay off, but you don't try, you don't get, really, do you? Gamer's given Hamilton driver of the day. There we go, Vision's taken the P1 trophy. He will be absolutely delighted with that. Great drive also from Fitzy, and a great comeback drive from Hamilton to find himself on the podium. A great P2 for him and the Ferrari team. And so here is your race order for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Vision takes the win with Hamilton and Fitz on the podium. Jake hangs on to P4. Good result for him despite his earlier spin. Fusion Gamer finishes P5, Finley in P6. Winnets P7, Alcy, ICP8, Aros P9, and Deathwing taking the final point. Then we've got Bashika, Lenny, David Kuba, and Spalton, the last of the runners. And Zeno, Vaughan, Mash, Dolphin, and Churchy bring up the rear. So, guys, that I believe is what they call a wrap. If you've made it this far, you are a bloody legend. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed tonight, make sure you come back tomorrow, because I believe Jake will be in the box. If you can't make tomorrow, then join us again next Tuesday as we head to Monza. All Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We always start at 8:30. So yeah, join us then. If you can't make tomorrow, join us next week. Like I said, for Monza. Week after that, we head to Qatar. So, at the risk of me keep rambling on, thank you guys very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Stay safe, and we'll see you very soon. This is the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Got a late break. Bloody Warriors not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Go on. Yeah, front by side to the last corner. Who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line. Battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Got a late break. Bloody Warriors not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Go on. Yeah, front by side to the last corner. Who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.